last class we have used it. Can I add it? That's saying. Same chat. Don't connect multiple times. Makes sense for that's output will be input for another asset to farm into. Okay. The last class we have introduced what is meant by computer language and what are the input devices, what are the output devices we have discussed, and some of the components of the personal computer also discussed, right? Next, we have introduced, we have discussed like this. Computer will understand only binary language. Okay, binary language in the sense ones and zeros. So whatever the input we will give to the computer, it has to be converted to binary. Then it will process. Okay, this input will be converted to binary. After that, it will process that. Whatever the result it obtains, that will also be in binary, isn't it? Like this, it will the result will also be in binary. That result will have to convert back to the human understandable format. That is, in general, if you give 15 as the input, that will be converted to binary. Okay, that will be in ones and zeros that we cannot understand. Okay, who can understand? Computer will understand. So now, whatever the input we have given, that will be converted to binary. After processing, let us say we have to calculate double of the given number. Double of the given number. So 15 will be converted to binary. That will be the binary number of 15. 15 binary number. Where is your book? Why you came? Where is your book? You don't have pen and book. At least this is simple common sense, right?
Hello.
Why you came?
Change other section.
Huh?
Change it to other sections.
Even that is not the problem, right? Students should have pen and paper to attend the class. Whether that is in section A or B or C or D.
We have
Huh?
other class, we have other class.
Backs are attending in other class.
You kept them.
Why? That is the reason. You came here to attend the class. So you have to come with bag or at least book and pen. You are carrying this much phones, right? You cannot carry pen.
Hello, sir. Sir, your voice is echoing, sir. Hello, sir. Hello.
Okay, what's the binary number of 15? Yeah, any answers, one? Binary number of 15. How we will calculate? Just we will divide it to 1, then 3, 1, then 1, 1. So, we have to write from the. So, what's the binary number?
1, 4.
Okay, this is the binary number. Okay, because this is not the output, that is the input answer. Okay, next we have to double the given number. Okay, double the given number. So it will convert this into 30. Okay, 30. What's the binary number? Binary number of 30. you attended the last class. Online also related.
Everyone feels.
Okay.
Everyone feels.
See here, this is the decimal number, okay, normal number. Okay, this we have to convert to binary. So binary in the sense we will be having only two digits, either 0 or 1. Okay, two digits, that's why we have to divide with 2. Now 2 is divided, then 7 is the quotient, then 1 is the remainder. Then 2 will divide again. 3 is the quotient, 1 is the remainder. Next, again 3 we will divide. 1 is the quotient, 1 is the remainder. Isn't it? 1 is the remainder. Now, can we divide 1 with 2? Can we divide further? No. So we will stop here and we will write from the bottom to top in reverse order. So we will be getting all ones. As this contains all ones, we will not see any difference. But
Excuse me, sir.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt, but the voice is really breaking. It's not clear.
voice is not.
Yeah, your voice is not clear, sir.
Is it low or
It's echoing actually.
yeah? No.
It's the same, sir.
Okay. Can you please check? Is there anyone who switched on mic? Agar please put your microphone off. Whenever you wanted to talk, then only you switch on. Now is it clear?
No, sir, not really.
Can you check whatever I have shown? Is there anyone who switched on microphone? Yes. Now is it okay? Yes, please respond. Now is it okay? Voice?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Still echoing. Is echoing, I should also get the same kind of effect. But for me it is fine. I guess the reason is that somebody has switched on microphone and they have kept speakers, outside speakers. So whatever the speaker output is coming, that is taking as input again in the microphone. That's why echoing. That is the only reason I guess. Yeah, shall we continue? Okay. So, as we wanted to convert a number into binary, the number, let us say, number is 70. Okay, we wanted to convert into binary. Binary means two digits will be either 0 or 1. Okay, so we have to divide it. Whenever we divide 17 with 2, what's the quotient? 8. What's the remainder? Remainder is 1. Next. Again we have to divide this 8 with 2. 4 is the quotient. Remainder is 1. Remainder. Next. Again we have to divide. 0. Next.
2,
2, 1, 0. Okay, now we have to write from bottom to top. Okay, in reverse order. So here is after 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay, this is a binary. Okay, this is the binary equivalent of 17. Okay. Yes. Suffix. This, as we are having this one in binary, how we are representing is by using base. Okay, 1 triple 0 1 base 2, in the sense whatever the digits we have specified, those digits are in binary. Okay, same number can be in decimal also. Suppose if I don't specify this base 2, what does it mean? It will be 10,001, but it is not 10,001 in binary. Understand? So that's the difference. Suppose if I say like this 110, it is 110 or 110, we don't know. Okay, if you specify the base as 2, then it is 110, it is not 110. Okay, by default, as we are habituated to use decimal system, decimal in the sense I will say, suppose if we have only one digit, okay, digit can be 0, digit can be 1, digit can be 2, like this, we are having alternatives from 0 to 9, isn't it? So 0 to 9 are the possibilities. Suppose let us consider a 2-digit number. 2-digit number. So can we have here 10 in one digit? In one digit. Why? Because for one digit, these are the possibilities 0 to 9. So we should have only 9, 0 to 9. Understand? We can have 1, we can have 2, we can have 3 like this. Okay? Suppose if we have 17, can we consider it as decimal number? Yes, right, because 1 is allowed digit, 7 is also allowed digit. And how we can specify? Base 10. Decimal in the sense base 10. Why? Because how many possible digits we have? 10. 0 to 9. That means 10 digits we have. That's why base is 10. Here possible digits are in binary. In binary, possible digits are 0 and 1. Only 2. That's why base is 2. Got it? Like this. So, computer will understand only binary language. So, whatever the input we give, that has to be converted to binary. After processing, we will be getting the output in the form of binary only. What's the binary equivalent of 30? Did you calculate? 210, 410. Okay, 410. This is the output actually. Can we able to understand? If this is given as the output, human would not able to understand that much easily. So it has to be converted to decimal again. So how we can convert binary into decimal? 2 power 0, yeah, 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, 2 power 4. Like this we will write. Okay, starting from rightmost digit numbers, we have to write 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, 2 power 4. Then we have to multiply this with this. Okay, 2 power 0 into 0. You get 0. Next 2 power 1 into 1. 2. Next 2 power 2 into 1. 4. So 2 plus 4, 6. Okay, next 2 power 3, 8 plus 6, 14. Next 2 power 4 is 16 plus 14, 30. So that's what we have to give as output. Understand? Suppose if I give the number as 1011. What is the decimal equivalent of this? Decimal equivalent of this 1011. Sixteen. How we can get 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3. Correct? 16. 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2. What's the number? 14. Check once. 2 power 0 is 1 power 0 is 1. So 1 into 1 is 1 plus 2 power 1 is 2. Yeah, 2 power 1 is 2. So 1 is plus 2 plus 0. Anyway, here if you have 0, we don't need to calculate that. Next one. 2 power 3 into 1, that is 8. So we will be getting 11. 11 in decimal. So how we can denote? Base is 10. Decimal is 10. Okay, whenever we specify base as 2, that is binary. 25. There is one more thing. Suppose if we have 1 triple 0 1 1. What's the decimal equivalent of this? Decimal in the sense we have to specify the base as 10. So what's the decimal equivalent? 1 triple 0 double 1. Yeah, any answers from? Thirty? 35. So 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2. Next remaining 3 are zeros. So we don't need to bother. So 2 power, just we have to count 2 power 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 power 5 is 32. So we will be getting 5. Okay. Understand? So that will suppose 110 is there. We have to convert to decimal. So we have to write 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2. Okay, like this we have to write from right to left. Next, this one is like we have to calculate this 2 power 0. I will write from here 2 power 0 multiplied with corresponding digit. What's the corresponding digit? 0 plus 2 power 1. 2 power 1 multiplied by 1. Next 2 power 1. Okay. So 2 power 0 into 0 anyway is 0. Next 2 power 1 into 1, 2. And next it is 4. So we will be getting 6. 6 is decimal. So we can denote base as 10. Okay. So like this binary number can be converted to decimal. Decimal number can also be converted to binary. Okay. How we can convert to 6 into binary? We have to divide the 6 with a simple thing. Like this. We have to divide with 2. So 6, when we divide with 2, we will be getting quotient as 3. Then the remainder is 0. Next, again we have to divide, then we will be getting 1 as the quotient, 1 as the remainder. We have to write from the bottom to top. So we will be getting 1, 1, 0. Base 2. Okay, this is what we have got here, right? Okay. So this is about conversion. Why we have to convert? You got the reason. Okay. Now. We are having, as of now, we have discussed computer will take input. Okay, computer will take input and will give output after processing. This is what the main task of computer. Okay, so it will compute something. Now, let us try to consider some of the problems which can be computed by using computer. Okay, some problems we will see. Like I will give the input like this. 1579. I will give the input as a number. What should be the output here is whatever the digits we have in this number. What are the digits that we have in this number? 1, 5, 7, 9. Okay, some of those individual digits we have to calculate. Okay, try to understand the problem. 1579 is given to you, that is 1579 will be given to you. Then we have to find what is the sum of the individual digits of the given number. Okay, so it has to give like what's the 1 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9? 20? 2. Okay, 22. Okay, 22 should be given as the output. This is what they require. So now, how we can get, how we will able to communicate with the computer regarding this? First of all, as a what you call, by seeing this 1579, we could able to say 1 is one digit, 5 is another digit, 7 is another digit, 9 is another digit, like that we could able to say. But how computer will come to know? Of course, binary language. Somehow we assume that it will be converted to binary. But after that, we should able to give individual digits, right? Computer, if I say computer will calculate the individual digits and give means it cannot do. Why? Because whatever we instruct, that only it will able to say, do. Understand? So, how we will able to instruct computer that you do like this so that you will get individual digits. Try to understand how we can instruct the computer that you do like this. Okay, this is the process to do. Then you will get individual digits. Okay, this is what we wanted to frame here. Understand? From this 1579, how we could able to get 9, how we could able to get 7, how we could able to get 5. How we are going to get 1. This is what we have to instruct. So how it is possible? Let us assume, okay, first for simple elaboration, let us use small number like 15. Okay. That we will see 1579. 15. Then what should be the output? 6 should be the output. Okay. So now from 15, how we can get 6? This is the question. From 15, how we could get 6 is by adding. But adding what? Individual digits. How we can get individual digits? That's the question. Suppose if the number is 15 itself, then how we will be able to get 5 from 15? This is the question. How will we be able to get 5? No. Leave about binary. Okay, just in decimal only think. 15, from 15 we have to get 5. So how we will be able to get? Divided by 3. Divided by 3. Okay, that is one answer. Okay, 15. Yeah, divided by 3. This is one of the next. From 17, what is the number that we have to get? From 17, what is the number that we have to get? 7. First 7 we have to get, right? So how we can get 7? Can we apply this divided by 3? No. Minus. Minus 10, right? Okay. Now you consider 19. From 19, what we have to get? 9. Can we apply 9 by 3? No. Can we apply minus 10? Can we apply minus 10? Yes. Minus 10 we can apply. Okay. Let us consider. Can we apply here minus 10? Here also minus 10? Yes. Yes, sir. Minus 10 we will get 5. Okay. In all these three cases, minus 10 formula is being worked. Okay. Let us consider another number 22. What we have to get? We consider 23. What we have to get? 3. Can we apply minus 10 formula here? So minus 10 is not working. What can we do? Whenever you say that has to be applied to this also. As of now, we have observed that minus 10 is working formula here. Okay? But 23, it is not working. So what can be done? From 23, we have to get 3. So how we can get 3? I'll give one more input. Suppose 35 is there. From 35, we have to get 5. How we can get 5? One more time. Tens place into 0. One place into 1. Okay. What is tens place? If we know what is ones place, that itself we can do, right? No need to multiply. If we know this ones place, that only we require. 19, 9, 17, 7, 15, 5. But we don't know ones place. That's the problem. Understand it? So how we can get that ones place digit? That is the question. We are nearer to the answer. Just to try to observe what we have to subtract. Let us say we can subtract. What we have to subtract? 20. So minus 20. Here minus. Suppose let us consider another value as 47. Then minus 40. Okay, minus 40. Then we will get 7. Is there any common thing? Here minus 40, here minus 30, here minus 10, here minus 10, here minus 10, here minus 20. Minus is common. Here the 0. 0. Okay. 0 is try to generalize that. Minus 10. Either minus 10. We have to subtract either 10, either 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 like that. Let us consider another number like 157. What we have to subtract? Minus 150. 150 we have to subtract from this number. So then we will get 7. So can you able to generalize now? 150, 40, 30, 20, 10 like this we are having. So all these are multiples of them. Okay? With what we have to multiply? That's the question. With what we have to multiply? Yeah, here? Yes. Okay. Now you write down all together, then you will come to know. Write down once. 15. 5 we have to get. How we can get 5? By keeping the question in mind, you will try to write 15, 5, 19, 9, 35, 5, 17, 7, 23, 3, 157, 7, 47, 7, 69, 9. Yeah, any answers? Can we able to generalize? Suppose number is given to you. Okay, by performing what you will be getting the last digit. That is units place digit. Any answers? Yeah, any answers? 23. From 23 we have to get it. Yeah. Can we able to generalize it? All these are 10 multiples that we have found out already. So all these are 10 multiples. So just a simple thing like 159 we have to get 9. So how we can get 9? How we can get 9? How we can get 3? We should get by this. This is the clue actually. This is the clue. What can be done? We have to get 9. We have to get 9. We have to get 3. What? 75? No. What's that binary number? I am not asking. Okay? But we have to get 9. So this notation we have used earlier. Division, right? But division only. So with what if you divide, you will get 9. That's the question. Right question. Good thing. Yeah, any answers from?
Sir?
Yeah.
Sir, 15 into minus 10.
Yeah, 15 into minus 10. So 159 we have to divide with something. What is that something? Try to understand. 159 if you divide with some number called x, then we will get some quotient and this remainder. What is this number? With what? Similar question. X is same. Okay? We will get remainder as 3. Yeah, 159 with what? If you divide, we will get remainder as 9. 15. Yeah, 15. Okay. 15. X possible value is 15. Okay. Any other possible values? You consider here. These two, I am saying these two are same. Okay, here x, here also x. Now, can we divide with 15? Then we will get 3. Yes, 15 8s, right? 15 8s 120. Then we will get 3. Okay, now you consider 143. We have to get 3. With what we have to divide? Here also I am saying same x. Can we apply 15 there? No, because it will come as 8. If divide with 15, we will get remainder as 8. So what's that? X. Other than 15, you try other possibilities. 40. Can we get 40? No. Simple guess like 150, 40, 30, 10, all these common thing is what? Multiple of 10. That's what we have to get, right? So multiples of 10. So x value is 10. Okay? Yeah. Now 159 is given. We have to divide this with 10. We will get the remainder as 9. Okay, this is what we require. So number is given. Number can be 271 or 279. Okay, any number is given. Okay, that n we have to divide with 10. Okay, we will divide with 10. Then in general, when we use slash operator, okay, this divides and will give quotient. Okay, it's not it will not give remainder. It will give quotient. So n by 10 will give what? For 279 as the n value, we will get n by 10. What's the value of n by 10? If n value is 279, 27. Understand? 279 by 10. That's what I'm asking. So 27. So 271 by 10, 27. Okay. 448 by 10, 44. Okay. So now, what is our interesting point? We wanted to get the remainder, not the quotient. Okay. To get the remainder, there is an operator called mod operator that we will denote by using percentage. Okay. This operator we call it as mod operator. What it will give is whenever we divide n with 10, after dividing n with 10, quotient we will get something. Okay, the remainder it will be. So if the n value is 279, that's it. What will be given? 9. 271. 1. Okay, 448. Got it? So, like this, we can obtain the unit digit number. When we do like this, n mod 10, then we will get unit digit number. Afterwards, what is our input? 15, right? Our input is 15, isn't it? So, from 15, somehow we will get 5. So, from 15, we will get 5. Then, we have to get 1 also, right? Yes, sir. We have to get 1. How we can get 1 from 15? This is right answer. How we can get 1? n by 10. That's it. Understand? N by 10 if we perform, then we will get 1. So, in this particular case, whenever we have 2-digit number, any 2-digit number, n mod 10 means we will get remainder, that is unit digit number. How we can get 10th digit number? N by 10. So this is what the sum that we require. Yes, sir. Got it? So n by 10 is n mod 10 equal to the sum which we require. So 15 is the input. So n by 10 value will be 1 plus n mod 10 value will be 5. We will get sum as 6. Is it clear? Now let us consider another number 75. N mod 10. What will we get? N mod 10. N mod 10. 75 is 5. Next n by 10. 7. So sum will be. Okay. You take any 2-digit number. 99 you take. We will get n by 10 is 9. N mod 10 is also 9 only. So we will get the sum as 18. So what purpose we came here?
I came just now.
Okay.
So the secretary got told me to go to 21 or to 22.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. For what purpose you came?
Study.
Okay. It's open, right? So now, for 2 digits, it is working. Okay. Now let us consider whether the same approach will be applicable for 3 digits or not. Okay. Let us take the number as 159 as we have considered. 159. So you apply n by 10. What will you get? N by 10. N by 10 is 15. Next n mod 10. 9. So what do we get? 24. Is this same? 1 plus 5 plus 9? Same. 1 plus 5 plus 9. What is the 15? 15 we should get. So the same approach it is not working for 3-digit number. For 2-digit number it is fine. Okay. For 3-digit number, how we can refine this? How we can improve this? That's the question. Yeah. How we can improve? First of all, we have to get 9. How you can get 9? How will you get 9? How you can get 9 from 159? Online students. Yeah. N not 10. Then we will get 9. From any number, we will get a unit digit number. Okay? So, N not 10. That's fine. Plus something we have to do. Okay? What is that? N by 100. Okay, n by 100 means we will get n by 100 means we will get n value is 159. So n by 100 means we will get 15. Understand? N by 100 means we will get 15. Okay. Then after getting 15, we have to get 5. From this 15 we have to get 5. Yes sir. From this 15 we have to get 5. N by 100 is 15 or not? Correct? 15. 1. So what can be done? Here n mod 10 is 9. N by 100 is 1, but we have to consider 15. So how we can get 15? N by 10. So we will get 15. So instead of n by 100, we have to do n by 10. Then we will get 15. From this 15, we have to get 5. So how we can get 5? Very good. Again we have to perform mod 10 operation. Then, so here again we will perform mod 10 operation. We will get 5. Next, 15 mod 10. 15 mod 10. Then we will get 5. Afterwards, you have to consider that 1. Okay, how we can get 1 from this 15? Again n by 10. Okay, n by 10 in the sense now the n is 15. Earlier n is 159. Okay, now n we have changed it as n by 10. So n becomes 15. N mod 10 is 5. Next, n by 10 is 1. 1 plus I plus 9. Like this we will get sum of the individual digits. Okay. Now let us see. Try to note down some of the points of this. Then we will generalize it. This is important. This will give you the yeah. Now let us see. We have n. Okay, given n, we have to get sum of the individual digits. Let us say that is sum. Okay. In order to get unit digit number, what we have to do? We have to unit digit. How we can get n mod 10? Then we will get unit digit. Next, that n value we are changing to n value we are changing to like 1594 is there. this value will be changed to 159. Yes, sir. So how will you change n value as 159 from 1594? N by 10, right? N by 10. So this should be the n value, yes, sir. Here, what's the meaning of this one is we will calculate this n by 10 that will be assigned to n. That's the meaning. Okay, n is equal to n by 10. Or without confusion, I can tell you like n value will come from n by 10. Okay, n value will be assigned as n by 10. Okay, what is this? N by n mod. Okay, this is the remainder. Let us say. Is it meaningful or remainder is assigned with n mod 10. Is clear? Now n has been changed like this. Now again we have to from 1594 we have got 4 as a remainder. As of now sum is remainder only. Okay. Let us maintain the variable sum. Okay, what's the value of sum as of now? 4. And next, n value earlier 1594. Now it has changed as 159. Is it clear in this point? If you have any doubts, you can raise them. Yeah, 1594 to 159. Now we have to get 9. From this 159. So how we can get 9? Mod 10. Okay. So again mod 10. Then we will get remainder, isn't it? So same thing. From here we have to go to this step. So remainder is n mod 10. So we will get remainder as 9. Okay. After getting 9, what we should do? After getting 9, 4 is there. 4 we have got. That we get. We have to add with 9. Isn't it? We have to add with 4 after getting 9. So how we can get? Now what we have to do is we have to add with the previous sum. We have to add with the previous sum. Okay, what's the sum? This variable. Okay, sum we should get by adding the current remainder. Okay, current remainder with the previous sum. Yes, sir. Previous sum and the current remainder. These two we will add. Then that we will assign to sum itself. So this sum becomes from 4 to 30. Okay. So before going to this particular step, we have to consider this step. Then we can do. Here. Next, 159 we have. From this we have got 9. Next, n value we have to change it from 159 to 15. How we can change? N by 10. Okay, n by 10, then we will get 15. So second step also we have completed. Then what's the third step? From here you can say, or from here also you can say. From 15 what we should get? 5. So how we can get 15? N mod 10. So we will get the remainder as 5. So that remainder we will keep it in the variable REM. Okay, let us maintain that variable also. REM is nothing but here now 5. Next, n value we are changing as n by 10. That means n value becomes 1. Next, sum is equal to remainder. What is the remainder? 5 plus sum. What is sum? 13. So we will get 18. Next, again we have to calculate remainder 1 mod 10. Okay, 1 mod 10. What's the remainder? Try to understand. This is very important point. 1 mod 10. In the 11 mod 10. What's the answer? 11 mod 10. 11 mod 10. 15 mod 10. 15 mod 10. 5. 17 mod 10. 27 mod 10. 7. Okay. why we are getting 7 or 5 like that means it is like 27, if you consider 27 or 10, that means we have to divide it with 10. So 2 times 10 we will get 7. Okay, why we are stopping the division process here itself? It's a question. Try to understand. Why we are stopping the division process here and saying 7 as the remainder? Is 7 is less than 10. That's why we are stopping here. That's my point. Now consider 7 or 10 we have to perform. 7 or 10 in the sense 7 we have to divide it with 10. Can we able to divide? So in the first step itself this particular case has arrived. Yes sir. So what should be the answer? 7 or 10 means what should be the remainder? What should be the remainder? Here 10, 27 divided by 10 and the remainder is 7. Why? Because we will get 7 and 7 is less than 10. Okay? Same case we are arriving here. We are getting here 7 more 10. So what should be the answer? 7 itself. Yes sir. Try to observe. 27 when we divide with 10, we are starting here. Why we are starting is 7 is less than 10. Now whenever we wanted to find 17 or 10, then we will divide 17 with 10, then 7 we will get 7 is less than 10, so we will stop. Similarly here, whenever I give 2 more 10, what should be the answer? 2. 12 more 10. 12 more 100. 12. 12 more 100. Whenever this is less than this, then this itself is the okay. So now what is the n value? N value is 1. 1 more 10 is 1 more 10, 1 itself. So remainder is 1. Remainder is 1. Next n value becomes n by 10. What is n? 1. 1 by 10 is 1 by 10. 1 by 10. 1 more 10 means 1. 1 by 10. 0. Isn't it? We are considering only whole numbers, right? So it will be 0. Okay. And next, this step is sum is equal to that sum plus remainder. What is the sum? 18. What's the remainder? 1. So we will get sum as 19. Okay. Next, what we need to repeat here? Remainder is equal to what is n value? N value. N value 0. So 0 more 10, what will we get? 0 1. So even if you repeat any number of times, you will get this sum as same as whatever we have obtained. So this 19. So when we have to start process, whenever n becomes 0, we have to stop this process. Until that time, we have to repeat. Got the process? So for our convenience, I am changing this little bit, like instead of remainder plus sum, that is a plus b, I will be writing sum plus remainder. What does it mean? Sum is equal to sum plus remainder in the sense whatever the earlier sum we have, for that we are adding remainder. That's it. The same thing, a plus b and then plus b plus c. Yeah. So by using this, can we able to find some of the individual digits of a given number which is having 7 digits? Can we able to get for 7 digits also we will able to process in the same way? Yes sir. Let us take one simple example and process with all the variables, then you will get more clarity. Shall I sum this? Otherwise I will take here. What are the variables that we require? First of all, what is n value that we require? That is the input. Okay. Next, sum. Okay. Sum. Reminder. These are the things. What is the n value initially? Initially, whatever the input we give, that is the n value. So let us consider 2694. This is the input. Okay, 2694 is the input. Then We will get remainder as first. Remainder as n mod 10. What we will get? Apply those three steps. You apply. Remainder equal to n mod 10. What is the value? 2694. So remainder will be 4. Next, n value becomes n by 10. What is the n value? 2694. What we will get? 269. Okay. Next, sum is equal to what's the step? Sum is equal to sum plus remainder. What is sum? Now the question comes. What is the previous sum? As of now, we didn't calculate any sum. Okay, we haven't considered any digits. So, what should be the sum? What should be the sum initially? 0. So that it will not affect anything. Understand? Because we are adding only, right? So if you take 0 as the initial value, it will not affect it. So 0 as the initial value of sum. Next, in this step, sum is equal to sum plus remainder. So sum is equal to 0 plus what's the remainder? 4. So 0 plus 4 we will be getting sum as 4. Okay, now we have completed one iteration. Okay, one time we have completed these three steps. Afterwards, second iteration. What is n value? 269. It is not equal to 0, right? If it becomes 0, then we have to stop. That will keep in mind. So 269. So remainder is 9. Next, n value becomes 26. Next, sum is equal to sum plus remainder. What is sum? 4 plus remainder is 9. So we will get 30. Here. Next, what is the n value? 26. It is not equal to 0. So we have to continue further. Next, what's the remainder? 6. Then n value becomes 2. Now what is the sum? Sum plus remainder. So 19. Next, what's the n value? N value is 2. It is not equal to 0. So we have to continue. Sorry. We have to continue further. So remainder is 2 mod 10. 2 mod 10 is 2. We have discussed, right? Remember, smaller number we are dividing with larger number, then smaller number only will be the remainder. So now 2 mod 10 means 2 only we will get. Now n value becomes 0. Yeah, n value becomes 0 because n is equal to n by 10. Next, sum is equal to 19 plus 2, that is 21. Next, shall we need to continue? Repeat? No, why? Because 0. N becomes 0, so we have to stop. And whatever the sum we have here, that we have to give as the input. Output, sorry. Clear? So this is the process to find what is the sum of the individual digits of the given number, irrespective of the number of digits that we have in the given number. It will work. Yes, sir. So can you able to list what are the steps that we have considered? Yes. Yeah, what are the steps that we have considered? These three steps mainly. So here, let us say, what is the input? What is the input for this? N is the input. Yes, sir. N is the input. Next, what is the output? Sum of the individual digits. That is the output. Next, here we will begin and we will write the procedure. What is the how we have to start the procedure? First, we have to perform. We have to perform n mod 10. Then n is equal to n by 10. Then sum we have here. But can we able to do directly here? So what should be the sum? Sum should be initialized as 0. Then only this step is valid. So begin here. Sum we have to initialize with the value. We have to assign 0. For the variable sum, we have to assign value 0. Afterwards, now we can start this procedure. What is this procedure? Remainder is assigned with n on 10. Okay, next step is n is assigned with n by 10. Then sum we can consider as sum plus remainder. Okay, this process we have to repeat, isn't it? We have to repeat. So repeat, we can say repeat until so repeat here we will say repeat until n becomes 0. So if n is greater than 0, we have to repeat. Okay, n is okay, n becomes 0, we can write. Until n becomes 0. Okay, finally we have to give the output as sum. That's it. Okay, this is the procedure. Okay. Like this, in the next class we will be seeing some other problems and we will try to formulate this kind of procedure. Thank you.